Hey everyone, Michael here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin and a lot of these other altcoins that have been taking off lately. Bitcoin over the last few days is still consolidating. We just talked about that a couple days ago. But what did I tell you guys I was doing? Still holding my altcoins because I still believe they had more room to run. And today, Ethereum and the rest of the altcoins are actually making some nice moves higher. So we're going to be looking at some of those charts just for a few seconds. And then on top of that, I just want you guys to understand what the mood of crypto is right now. Because Bitcoin's been very volatile over the past, I want to say 72 hours. It's been crashing, popping, crashing, popping, and it's been having some pretty big moves that's been forced on liquidating a lot of people out of the market because they maybe are inexperienced or their leverage is too high. So when the market goes up a lot and they're shorting it, they lose everything. And if the market goes down too fast and they're going long, they're losing a lot of stuff, okay? Now, here's the main issue with the market. Everybody assumes that the ETF is going to be coming out sometime over the next 1 or 2 weeks. That's why every time we have one of these Bitcoin crashes where it drops down like 1,700 points, 2,000 points, it gets bought and right back up. And every single time we just see it launch back up towards those levels of resistance. That's good. That means people are very excited about it. But it also means people that are over leveraged are just losing a lot of money if they're getting the trade wrong, so to speak, right? But as long as you see those buyers continue to hop in and hop in and hop in, I'm going to continue to hold on to a lot of my longs in both Bitcoin and in the altcoins. Now, any swing trades that I have right now are primarily in the altcoin market because my price targets for Bitcoin have already been hit, and I'm not really wanting to double down on any larger position, right? So let's take a few seconds here just to kind of look at the chart so you guys can see what's been happening, because now, if that pop does occur, I think it's going to be up to you guys to determine if you guys want to start scaling out of your swing trades then. I've already started to scale out of some of my swing trades when it comes to altcoins, but when that pop happens, I will most likely be about 90 to 95% out of all my positions as far as swing trading is concerned, okay? So let's take a few seconds just to go over this. Now, you got a bunch of stuff here. I'm just going to move my head out of the way for now, but you see how we got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, Binance Coin, STMX, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Chiliz. All of them are having some really nice moves over the past few weeks. Bitcoin is still consolidating. Today, Ethereum is breaking out. Matic, which I told you guys I thought was going to break out, finally starting to show me the money here, finally. Now, we got Binance token, STMX. STMX is actually down because it's been moving up a little bit higher over the last few weeks compared to everything else. This thing has had a monster move, percentage-wise, I should say. Okay, but as of now, you guys are going to look to scale out more and more over the next, I want to say 24 to 36 hours. If you guys are looking for the big boom when it comes to the ETF, by all means, wait a little bit longer. But for those of you guys that have been following my more conservative strategy, I would still say, hey, I'm looking to scale out at this point. I'm just being patient with it. But even if I go over here to anything, let's just go over here to Matic, which we've been talking about for a while. Let's go to the weekly chart. We're in that second phase. We're about to break out above another level of resistance. And then up to here, we look at 80 cents. I know you guys can't see that number on the other side, but if we go from, 70 cents to 80 cents, that's gonna be more than enough for me to make a lot of money. And of course, we did just break out here. So you're seeing a lot of different things, but most charts look pretty similar. A breakout's occurring. We're testing out that first big wave of the breakout, and then we're gonna have a cool off period. Those cool off periods are where you guys are gonna be the most likely to start hitting some stop losses. As you guys raise those stop losses up, they're going to be hit around those times. All I'm saying is I'd say, hey, maybe it'd be better if you guys actually scaled out at the higher end of these before we started to go back down. For most of you, the easiest way to figure that out is just to add on a MACD. And I can't even type in MACD right now. That's what happens on a Sunday. There we go. Let me go over here and make sure this is an arrow. And I just want this to be large enough for you guys to see here, because I know I'm at 100%. This is what my charts normally look like, not the zoomed in stuff you guys see on streams, right? Weekly MACD crossed over a few weeks ago. That was a really good signal for you guys. On the daily, however, sooner rather than later, you're gonna see this crossover, okay? I wouldn't say like sometime over the next few days. I would say closer to the next weekend. When that crossover occurs, I think that's when you guys are most likely going to start scaling out a little bit more heavily, more out of fear instead of like the scaling out of once you hit those levels of resistance. Because I still think we're looking for a big pop here for a lot of different altcoins, and most charts are going to look very similar to this. And that's what makes it so much fun. because, you know, we all want to make some good money here. But let me even go over here for a second. You know, you can even go with some Ethereum Classic. Here's another one I like a lot, right? Hitting some levels of resistance, looking to break back up to around $19, a whole dollar from where we are. But again, if you start adding MACDs and stuff, you're going to see we're in a really good spot, and we shouldn't slow down until somewhere between $19 and I would say $20. So that range is going to be perfect for scaling out of. And that's just for, you know, if you're trading this week or a little bit maybe of next week. For the next few weeks, we may have an opportunity to go back up a lot higher, but that's really dependent, again, back on how that ETF is progressing. So I want you guys to be very careful over the next few days. I've given you guys a few examples of, hey, you guys could buy this, you guys could buy this. It hasn't popped yet. If you guys haven't bought anything yet, I wouldn't say you guys are naturally in the best position to open up longs, but I could say that you guys are in a good position to open up some longs when it comes to day trading, because swing trading is probably not going to be your best bet unless you guys are willing to give yourself a pretty ample stop loss, which would make the ratio for success maybe a little bit more difficult. But let me know what you guys think. And guys, have a great Sunday. I'm taking Loki out to the barber with me so he can see myself get bald again. Thanks.